Hey everybody, Nate here. Another update on the Expedition truck. I don't know what number this is, but I've been making some good progress. Today I've been working on these front mounts. I had to slide this back just a little bit to give me the clearance in front of the box that I needed to build up the support for this and do the air cleaner up above. And I'm going to support on the other side and put a toolbox, storage box over there. So anyway, I had to slide all this back a little bit, which meant I had to move this back. So we redid these plates to kind of make them L, put a nice big hole over that huck bolt there that is tied into all the suspension components I didn't want to mess with. Anyway, the tanks are off, the batteries are out. Over here on this side is going to be a gray water tank, and also over here a black water tank, and then I'm going to do some battery storage over here somewhere. Haven't quite gotten there yet. And then the air tanks are going to go this way back here behind the black and the gray tanks. So I've got 80 gallons of black and 80 gallons of gray and 230 gallons of fresh going in. Some of the captured spring mounts here, I got these welded up. You can see, sorry, it's a little dark. You can see how that's going to work. These are flared out just a little bit, so if things move and twist, they'll come right back down in center. This is going to have a 3/4 inch gap between it. We're doing a 3/4 inch rubber pad in between the subframe and the frame spacer here. So these bolts will go in, the springs will come down here, and these will be 3/4 of an inch apart to start. So that is that, and it's surprising, this piece of steel here is like, I don't know, we cut it to 20 feet long, but it was about 20 feet and it wasn't quite straight from the manufacturer. So we had to straighten it out, weld in these cross pieces to push and pull this where we needed it to. We got a mount here in the transmission. One of my freshwater tanks is going to sit inside of here, and it's going to go all the way back above that rear axle till, I don't know, here, but that's about 90 gallons. So I have 90 gallons of fresh water in this cavity right behind the transmission. In the back, inside the habitat, I'm going to have another 130 gallons of fresh water, 135, something like that. So I'll be able to use just the inside if I'm in somewhere really cold, or I can combine the two into a massive amount of freshwater storage for when I'm not in the cold and I'm out camping for weeks at a time. This is kind of the back situation. This is going to all get cleaned up, and these braces are going to stay. Those cross braces are going. I'm going to do a little kind of cool storage in here, and then I've got to figure out like the tail situation. I actually have a really good departure angle right now, and I want to keep that, but I am going to do like a pass-through storage in here somewhere, somehow, and maybe tie that in here. I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't gotten there. Got the gas tank out today, so that got dropped down. I'm going to build a cabinet up here for the generator. It's going to be far away from the sleeping area as possible. And then I've got a 100-gallon fuel tank that's going to come back here and go back to in front of the tire. So anyway, we'll get that fabbed up probably this week. I'm 99% sure I'm going to get rid of the air over hydraulic at this point and just do either a manual pump for the cab tilt or a small electric pump for the cab tilt. I had some dreams of repurposing this whole system so that I could still use the air over hydraulic, and it's just going to be a lot of plumbing and a lot of mess. So I'm going to end up with a second electric hydraulic pump in the back for the spare tire and motorcycle lift, as well as for the habitat leveling system. So I'm going to do two separate systems just to make things a little easier, because I'm a lot better at electric and running 12 and 24 volt wires than I am at figuring out hydraulics. So I still got to learn that. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of space when you don't have fuel or batteries or air. So that's kind of fun. And I think you guys have already seen, that's the gas tank. I finally did get that PTO out. So this is the PTO. This goes in and connects towards the transmission. And there's solenoid for the on and off, oil line, and then this is the geared output of the PTO, which connects to this hydraulic pump. So that's sucked onto there. This was the draw from the tank. This was the output to the solenoid over there. What else do I have to do? Man, there's so much to do still. But I feel like I've been making pretty good progress today. So once we get these brackets welded on and tacked in place, then I'll finish weld everything. I had to use the punch to punch out some of these holes a little bigger because they were just off when I marked them. So yeah, we'll get that tacked on there. Then we'll finish weld all of the bracketry on there. And then all of this stuff is gonna come off the frame and go out to a metallizer to get metallized. So it'll all be rust proof and all taken care of. Oh, and what did show up today? One of my water tanks showed up. So I've got a black colored, black and or gray tank. So I'll show you guys this. This is how it's gonna sit. This is on its back. But that's basically the poop box. It's 80 gallons, pretty good size. You can see how the bottom's all, I don't know, beveled, leveled, stepped, so that it'll drain really well. Nothing to see in there, 3-inch fitting. But this is gonna sit towards the outside of the truck, and the air tanks are gonna go behind it. Sorry, this is gonna sit towards the outside of the truck, on the street side. That way the air tanks can go back here behind it, and then all the plumbing down below is just gonna join. So if this is the gray tank, the shower is gonna dump into here. So we gotta cut a hole, put a fitting for the shower in here. When that gets dialed in, then the water will come out. It'll join with another tank just like this over here, which is the black tank. The black tank will have the toilet hole cut into it. So that'll sit over here. And then that plumbing will come down like a U and come out to a single dump valve outside. So then you can dump the sewage and the gray water. But those are both 80 gallons. So 80 gallons of sewage, 80 gallons of shower slash sink slash, you know, whatever else goes in there. Washing machine will go in the gray tank. And that's it. So that's super exciting that showed up today. I'm missing one, so hopefully that'll show up soon. And again, those go in this area up here. We're gonna have one up front for the shower, which is gonna be in this corner. And then another tank right here for the toilet, which is gonna be right about here. So we're pushing those tanks as far forward as we can with all of this. And then that gives me like a pretty good size area here to do like a battery stack. So I can probably get 4 of those batteries in there. Maybe some house batteries, I'm not quite sure. Might do the house batteries back there. I don't know. Lots of stuff to figure out kind of as I go along, but that's the big update. I've got the next 2 days where I've got other stuff to do. So this will be the last update for a few days. And hopefully, I don't know if you'll see this before I get it back to the metallizer. I'm gonna get it all welded up and done and get it off the metallizer. And then when it comes back, I'll give you guys an update. And if anything else exciting happens between now and then, I'll let you know. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It really stoked me out. I'm almost to the 1,000 subscribers, so that's really cool, you guys. I appreciate it. And any questions, let me know. If there's anything I can do to help you, if you're doing a build like this, or even just a small truck or car or whatever, this kind of stuff is super fun for me. So anyway, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.